Hello everyone. So the news of the moment is the absolute bloodbath the crypto market's taken in the past 48 hours or so. Bitcoin tumbled, I think, to 25,000 yesterday. Ethereum dipped under $2,000. And Luna pretty much crashed from $80 down to pretty much zero. And I think a lot of experts believe that Luna project and the blockchain is now done. I think it's been paused. You can no longer buy it, if I believe. So the crypto market's taken an absolute beating. So the question now is, what happened next? So what happened next? And is it a good time to get into crypto? So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to give my thoughts on what I think is going to happen next. And also, do I think it's a good time to get into crypto? I'm going to give you my opinion as a crypto investor myself. Now, I must say, before I continue, I'm not a financial advisor. I'd never advise investing in any particular crypto coin. You should take my content as educational and entertainment based purposes only. And if you do decide to invest in crypto, please do your own thorough research and only invest what you can afford to lose, because as we know, crypto is massively volatile, especially at the moment. So you have been warned. Last thing I'll say is that one of the most foremost crypto experts in history, Tika Tiwari, is predicting one of the most explosive crypto events in history is going to be happening around June 1st. And what he's done a masterclass summit around this event. If you want to register for that, I'm going to link to that in the description down below. You can register for free and you'll be able to watch this on this page. So yeah, great watch. And yeah, along with what's happening, this could potentially be huge. So if you want to watch it, link down below, register for free, and you can watch it. Anyway, let's get on with today's video. So yeah, let's take a breath, because my God, crypto took an absolute beating over the past 48 hours. We look over the past 7 days, Bitcoin has lost 15% of its value, and it dipped below 30,000 for the first time. I think, do believe, since last year. And Ethereum dipped below 2,000 yesterday as well. Yeah, and over the past 7 days, lost 21% of its value. So things are really, really volatile. And obviously the big news in the moment is obviously what happened with Luna. Luna was once trading at $100 a coin, but I do believe it went from 80 down to pretty much zero in 24 hours. And I'm listening to experts, they think Luna, they're trying to save it, but I think that project could be down and dusted, which is a massive shame, because a lot of investors lost a huge amount of money, which is very sad, and I feel for them. But unfortunately, that is what can happen with crypto. I think what's really spooked to a lot of people is Luna was one of the big coins, and it just crashed. And it was a lot of it. I'm not going to get into the weeds, but a lot of it had to do with what BlackRock was doing. BlackRock dumped a load of stock, and that just pretty much wiped the value of Luna. Yeah, so okay, what do I think? Most importantly, what do I think is going to happen next? So I've been listening to a lot of experts recently. Now, Tika Tiwari is one of the world's most foremost experts, thinks we're in a bull cycle, even though things aren't good and the market is pretty much going down. He thinks we're going to be in a bull market until 2028. And he thinks that the crypto market will recover. When, we don't know, but it will recover shortly, and prices will go up. Other experts believe that Bitcoin could, whilst it has recovered, we could see it dip below 20,000 or maybe go as low as 16,000. Not sure, but I've heard commentators say that as well. My personal view is, yeah, I don't really know what's going to happen. Obviously, the market is clearly volatile. I would expect further volatility, and I think we could see Bitcoin dip further. We could see it dip, as low as 25,000, maybe 23. It could be lower before we see some kind of consistent recovery. So my advice to you is keep an eye on Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the big daddy and it controls the market. What pretty much happens with Bitcoin will control what the price with the other altcoins does. So obviously Bitcoin's having a small rally today. That's bringing a lot of the other coins up with it. So my advice is keep a sharp eye on what Bitcoin does. No one really knows what's going to happen. I can't say, it's definitely going to bounce back up to 60,000. It could do in the next couple of months, but I just don't know. No one knows. Because the crypto market is all based on supply and demand. So obviously the more people that buy these coins, the more confidence in the coin, the more the price is going to go up, and vice versa. So I think we're going to see a lot more volatility, and I think we could see further dips, especially with Bitcoin, which will obviously bring other coins down. And I think a lot of it also depends on what happens in the war in Ukraine. Obviously, if it escalates further to more dangerous levels, that could also have repercussions to the crypto market. So I think a lot of it has to do with what happens in Ukraine, and a lot of it has to do with obviously the market pain at the moment happening with high inflation, and what's going to happen in the more traditional stock market. So it's going to be a bumpy ride. There's no doubt about it. But my thoughts are, so that's what I think is going to happen in the market. It's going to be a lot of volatility, and we could potentially see further dips, even though we're seeing a slight rally today. But my advice is keep an eye on Bitcoin. But most importantly, you're probably thinking, should I invest in crypto at the moment? Well, my view of it, I'm not advising you here. My view as a potential investor is that I think, this huge market dip presents us with opportunities. Now, in terms of Bitcoin and Ethereum, unless you're a massive whale with hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars to invest, if you're only going to be putting, I'm not saying you advise you do this, but hypothetically speaking, if you only put $50 to $100 in either of these, if this Bitcoin doubles, then you're up to $200. So really, what's the value of really putting, money in Bitcoin and Ethereum? Now, having said that, I think these two, whilst Bitcoin could hypothetically drop to zero if everyone loses confidence in it, I don't think that's the case, and I think all the experts would agree. I would say these are two good long-term stores of value, and especially when Ethereum changes its network over to proof of stake, I think we could see Ethereum shoot up in price, and I think that could potentially send Bitcoin going as well. So these two are going to be long-term stores of value. So my point of view at the moment, what I'm doing is I'm just putting little amounts into Bitcoin and Ethereum, just to boost my positions in those, because these are the most two valuable assets in crypto at the moment. Now, in terms of the big gains, without a doubt, there's a lot of potential there, especially in the altcoin market. There's going to be huge amounts of opportunity still, even amongst volatility. I mean, if we look at the biggest gainers here, look, these coins, 600%. So the opportunities are huge. So if you're thinking, well, Grant, what should I invest in next? What should I do? Here's my advice that, I heard from, a foremost crypto expert. And he basically said, you got to look at it. You got to take emotion out of it and really put your investor's hat on. And when he said, really, the markets to be looking at are DeFi, play-to-earn games, and NFTs. Any tokens and coins in that market are going to be hot, because the play-to-earn and NFT market, anything to do with the metaverse, is going to be huge. So he said that's the area to look at in terms of all coins. But also, if you do see a really interesting project you're fascinated in, the key thing to it is, one, look at the tokenomics. How many coins are the company going to put into circulation? If there's trillions of coins, then, well, there's not really going to be a limited supply. So is the price going to be going to soaring values like Bitcoin? No, because there's just too many coins. Economically, you're only really going to probably get, a couple of dollars at most, if probably not even that. So you want to look at the number of coins in circulation. Another key thing is you want to look at the team behind it and really look, is there a business model behind the project? Has it got a future? You know, are they creating a game? You know, are they, you know, doing something with it that's actually going to generate revenue? That's what you want to look at. And also look at the team. Has the team got past experience of bringing crypto projects to life? You know, if there's a strong team behind it with proven experience, then that will probably tell you that obviously, you know, it's, you know, that project has potentially got legs. And only once you've looked at these factors, you know, amount of coins in circulation, strong team behind it, has it got business potential in the future? You know, is the technology behind it sound? Once you've answered those questions and you're satisfied, yeah, it meets those, then it might be worth a punt. But you must know, obviously, if you invest in altcoins, it's going to be, you know, it's altcoins are highly volatile. So you must know if you invest in altcoins, there's going to be high volatility, highly risky, high rewards. You need to know the score. So if you want to invest in altcoins, follow those steps. Still a lot of upside in crypto and investing in altcoins. Those where the huge gains are. That's just my view. I mean, my sort of strategy is just putting little bits into Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I'm looking at altcoin projects all the time to see which ones have a future that could give massive gains. So that's what I've got for you. So in summary, crypto market is highly volatile at the moment. There's obviously been a big bounce, which is positive. Whether this holds or not, no one really knows. But my advice is keep an eye on Bitcoin, because what Bitcoin does, the market will follow suit. So that's what I've got for you. Obviously, I'll finish by saying nothing in this video should be taken as financial advice. If you want to invest in crypto, please do your own research and only invest what you can afford to lose. As we know, crypto is highly volatile. Many people have lost their backs with crypto, so don't be one of those people. My advice is if you want to invest in crypto, treat it as a bit of fun and have a little bit of a play with it, unless you're a massively experienced investor, in which case you know the drill anyway. Just invest smartly and do your research is my advice. Obviously, if you want to watch Tika Tuari's masterclass where he reveals the most, you know, explosive events in crypto history, I'm going to post a link down in the description. Register for free and you can watch his masterclass. So yeah, that's what I've got for you. Hopefully you found this video useful and informative. Have a great day, invest smartly, and I'll speak to you soon.